I was going to say.
Look at that.
I was going to say.
You didn't say my name yet.
I haven't even introduced him.
How exciting.
I don't
That's
even
how
need
it
to
should
say
be.
this. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kattan, everybody. That's right. I had a whole.
Thank you.
I had a whole introduction. Didn't even need it.
No.
Didn't even need it.
And what's funny, too, is half of them looked at themselves up in the monitor.
I know.
While they're clapping, they're like, wee!
Yeah.
They weren't even looking at me.
No, they're not even looking at you.
No, they
it's
were like,
Chris Kattan, everybody, if you didn't see it.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Over here, Chris. Yeah. Okay. Let me start. I always like to, if I can, start with a compliment. So here's what I want to say, and I mean this. When we meet, when executive producer Jeff over there, when we meet, we talk about guests, we talk about the show in general. We always talk about guests that we love.
Right.
And I always say our favorite guests are the guests that come to play. And you, when you were here the first time, you were so delightful and gracious and kind and funny and revealing. You are always listed on our staff's list of the best of our favorite guests.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's really nice.
Yeah, no, but seriously, yeah. Yeah. But no, we got. Now I'm gonna think about that the whole hour. Yeah.
Well, because it's true. It's true.
Is.
That's why.
But
I just did it too. I'm looking at myself.
You did just look at yourself. Yeah.
No.
Since the last time you were here, you wrote a book.
I did. I wrote a book. Yes, called "Baby Don't Hurt Me." Is the name of the
I love
book.
the title. There it is, everybody.
There you go.
What? I love the forward by Seth too. But what?
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's really nice. What made you want to do a book?
Well, actually, Patricia Heaton told me to write a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was complaining to her about a few things. And she said maybe you should write a book.
Yeah.
So, but it's not a book of complaints. It's
not all of it.
No, not all of it. No. It isn't though. But it's obviously it's an autobiography, so it does. I have a full life. I have a very full life, and it talks a lot about SNL and the behind the scenes of that too. And I have a lot of great stories about it too, and people seem to love it. So I'm very excited about it.
And also in the book, and the first time, and we didn't talk about this much last time, but you open up about your back injury.
I do, yes.
Was that hard to open up about?
It was, because it was. I was so quiet about it, for such a long time, because being on Saturday Night Live and having an injury and breaking my neck and stuff. I didn't want to be taken off the sidelines. You're part of the show. So I was still performing with this injury, and then I had surgery in the summer, and and then continuous surgeries. There I am.
There you are.
Has nothing to do with surgery, but that's
no, that's that's.
But yeah, no. So it was cathartic though to open up, and I felt people needed to know, because there was a time in my life where, I wasn't being very active, in film and television for a while, and people were like, well, what's up with Chris Kattan and stuff, and so that's what was happening, I wanted people to know, that I was undergoing that stuff.
What do you learn about Chris?
Thank you.
Chris, I was wondering, because, and I'm actually glad they rolled that clip, because a lot of your humor came from your physicality.
Yes.
So what do you learn about yourself when you, because of an injury, you lose an element of your gift, of your, you know what I mean? When you lose an element of what brought people joy for years. How do you reconcile that?
Oh, it was pretty difficult. You get pretty bummed out about it, and you have to, you have to think about your other gifts, and you focus on that too. But I could still do physical comedy.
Yeah.
Thank God. And
we're on Dancing with the Stars, for the love
sure,
of Pete.
Course,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Because you thought I was going to do that, but I didn't do it. Yeah. But yeah, no. It just. I think everybody is taken aback when something happens to them physically or mentally or emotionally, And when that happens, you have to go inside and and just rebuild yourself
and recalibrate
and think things out and like what can I do to better myself or prevent this from happening again or and look at your patterns or whatever and it's just part of life. It's life. These things happen.
As you said, I mean, you have I could literally spend probably a day with you or any cast member because I love SNL. You probably have so many stories in your card catalog.
Right.
How do you decide how to edit that down? How do you decide what great stories? Because you probably have a wheelbarrow full that you couldn't even put in the book.
Yeah, well, I think about the ones that people want to hear the most. Probably the ones that concern guest hosts. Like my working with Tom Hanks or Jim Carrey or David Bowie or Prince or like people like that. People that really want to hear stories about.
Thank you for saying Prince in Minnesota.
Oh, you're right. Of course. Well, my God, of course, Prince.
Chris knows how to play the audience. He said Prince in Minnesota.
Yeah. Well, he's a legend.
Yeah.
I don't talk about him in my book at all, but I wanted to mention him.
Yeah.
But you have to be conscious of what people want to hear, and coincidentally, what I wanted to share is pretty much what people wanted to hear. I think the love I have for the same people is pretty much the same love that people have for those people.
We're going to hear more from Chris when we stick around. Everybody, you can see him tonight and tomorrow at the New Hope Cinema Grill. We'll tell you how to get tickets when we come back. Back after
this. Mango, listen. We don't have a lot of time, okay?
Okay.
Can you do this for me?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. You good? Okay.
All right, everybody. Let's have places, and let's settle, and action!
This guy is good. He's making love to the camera.
So good. One of the best casts, I'm telling you. That's our guest today, Chris Kattan with J-Lo back in today. By the way, go get Chris's book wherever you get books, especially if you're a fan of SNL like I am. Great stories. What cast member would make you break the easiest?
Probably Will
Really?
Ferrell. Yeah, I think so.
Did he actively try to do it sometimes?
Not to me. I mean, for example, the more cowbell Blue Oyster Cult sketch.
Yeah.
Well, Roxbury guy.
Roxbury, yeah.
Well, Roxbury guy's here. I was referring to another sketch. But, Will and I would always make each other laugh. We just had that. And we started in a group called the Groundlings. That's still on there. Who's, I'm happy to say, shorter than me, which was nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's always been, some people say yes, like when I hear people on radio interviews or Stern or on talk shows, people either say Lauren is irritated by breaks or that he's just resigned to the fact that it's going to happen. Does Lauren like when there are breaks?
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah.
He does, apparently, yeah. He does like it. As long as it's authentic.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does like it. I'm not quite sure why, but he does. People are drawn to it. It's very charming.
I think it's endearing. I think
it is. It's very endearing.
Even though even professionals can just lose it. I think
Exactly.
very Carol Burnett-esque.
Especially if the guest host breaks. Yeah, for
exactly.
sure. Yeah.
What was what guest host was the easiest to make laugh in your what pops to mind?
Geez, I don't know.
Or one that you really enjoyed playing off of?
Geez, I guess I guess Jim Carrey was pretty. He really laughed a lot. He was always having a good time.
He gets it.
Yeah, he does. He gets it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Laura, what's your relationship with what was and what is your? How would you describe your relationship with Lauren Michaels?
It's good. It's a good relationship. We've known each other for a long time, and I did write this book though, however, and it talks a lot about a lot of canon stuff. And I think he was. I didn't hear. I think he's okay with it. You're like laughing.
I love it. Like, do I? It's like, do I clap that?
He may not have read it. I mean, there's some stuff in the tabloids that came out that were like they kind of misconstrued some words and stuff. But I was just being honest about stuff that happened. It was so long ago that I think it's okay. But
I was gonna say time washes away.
I think
all the hard feelings.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But
and looking when you think of SNL, when you think of your time there, what immediately floats to the top? Is there a cast? Is there a time period? Is there a character? When you're just by yourself and you're thinking about your time, what do you think of most often?
Well, one sketch I really loved doing was the Mr. Peeper sketch, the monkey character that you saw earlier.
Yeah.
And I did that with Katie Holmes.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of my favorite sketches that I ever did.
Why?
Because it was, I really pre-planned it. You know, the characters I did, I created myself. But that sketch in particular, yeah, there you go. That sketch in particular had a lot of cutaways, you know, back and forth from her to I, and I had a certain vision of how it were to play with music cues, you know, certain music cues to go with it. And I was really happy with how that came out. It was
so great,
wasn't
Chris.
difficult. So I had to work with the director how to make that happen.
We have to go, but I gotta get I gotta get this question in.
Sure.
The pitch meetings. When is the pitch meeting? On Tuesday?
On Tuesday nights, yes.
Is that intimidating? Because if you guys don't know, they have to. The cast has to pitch ideas.
Right.
Did that ever not be? Did that ever stop being intimidating?
It was intimidating, but it's comforting. You just had to come up with an idea. Some people would have a fake idea, even, you know, just to say something.
There's this plant, and
yeah. Like one time I just said, I have a sketch called Lunch Basket about a guy who goes get lunch at a place called Lunch Basket.
The end.
And I never wrote that sketch. But,
that was it.
Sure.
Chris, it will be tonight and tomorrow night at the New Hope Cinema Grill. He has 2 shows each night. Go to cinemagrill.com for tickets. Chris Kattan, everybody. We'll be right back.